Welcome to How to Survive, the show that teaches you how to survive the stuff that can kill you.
Like a python squeeze, or sharing a den with a bear, or dead butts.
And the stuff that just makes you wish you were dead.
Like Jimberjaws. And being a septuagenarian at a concert. And blind dates.
Oh, man.
The worst.
Danger, danger everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what's not dangerous?
Our song?
Let's play it.
Ground is shaking under our feet. Mountains on fire, flooding in the street. Can't breathe the air, can't fight the feeling. Goblin down, Xanax ain't the way to be dealing. Gotta do better than just getting high. We gotta stick together if we're gonna survive. How to survive. How to survive.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you.
It's so good to see you. What's going on?
Oh, so many things.
Yeah?
Yeah, just everything is happening.
Did you have a busy weekend?
So busy.
What'd you do? Oh, you had a soccer game.
2 of them.
2?
Oh, you know what? I didn't go to either soccer game, though.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know if I mentioned last week on the show that I was going to see Bonnie Raitt.
Yes.
Live, guys, in person.
How good is this streak looking in person?
Yeah.
Well, good.
Is it still a streak?
It's still a streak. She had even told us that she got her roots done for those of us up in the orchestra seats.
Oh, okay.
Which is where I sat, which is where this story takes
Okay.
place. So, okay, I want you to know it's a small venue. It was in Woodland Hills. I'd never been to this place before, but imagine it being the size of like Walt Disney Concert Hall. So not that
Okay.
big, right? I don't know how many seats that is because I don't know math, but 5,000? I don't know.
Yeah.
Could be 10. You could be like, no, that seat's 20,000.
I'm the same way.
I don't have a concept of.
Okay. But smaller than
Much smaller than SoFi.
Yeah, okay.
You're not in a bad seat in the house, but it
Right.
turns out if you are in the orchestra, it's a bad seat for many.
Okay.
Okay, so my friend Hillary and I are sitting in the orchestra, which is, as people know, the high seats, and they're a little steep, but it's not a big deal.
Wait, I thought the orchestra is in the bottom.
Is that not orchestra is not up
No,
high?
loge.
Or
Balcony.
mezzanine?
Let's say
Balcony,
Can we
okay.
say balcony?
The orchestra would be where the orchestra is.
You're right. I don't know why I kept
Right?
saying orchestra. Okay.
Okay. Balcony.
Every time I said orchestra, Garen's going to go in and put me going, balcony.
Balcony. With that voice. Balcony.
Balcony. That would be
I'll
funny.
use the TikTok
Yeah.
voice.
So we're just like you and I were at the Eagles. We're
Yes.
right on the end.
Okay.
So I'm on the end, and I just want to say, like, you would have thought we were on the edge of Everest, the
Okay.
way that people were coming down, and just like the Eagles, boy, did I feel young.
Okay.
You know, like late. Benjamin goes, Mom, are you just going to shows to see people before they die? Because I lately have been going to a lot of shows where the people performing are in their later years.
Yeah.
And I am like the young person at the
Right.
show. Like at one point we asked, there was like a group of attendants, and we said, oh, hey, can you kind of point us in the direction where our seats were? And one of the guys, I swear, I think he was 90. Like, he saw me and his eyes lit up like I was Dua Lipa. He was like, I'll show them. And I was like, I don't think a guy's been this excited to see me ever. Like, he was
Wow.
just like, you know, he had a spring in his step and his eyes were sparkling. And I mean,
I love it.
It was a lot of really older people. And so we're in our seats. I'm watching people come down because I'm right there. I don't have anything else to do. We're just, you know, kind of hanging out. And this woman comes down with her daughter, and she's not elderly. I mean, she's older than us, but like,
So it was an adult daughter.
yes, adult daughter and her mother.
Okay.
And the mother says, I'm not doing okay.
Oh, no.
I am not doing okay. And so she has to pass us to get to her seat.
Oh.
And I was like, did her daughter not say, just so you know, we're, you know, in the balcony? Or did she not know what balcony meant? Like,
Okay.
whatever. So she's terrified.
Okay.
And that's just so you know, that's a sign of things to come.
Okay. Okay.
A little bit later, still, you know, waiting for the opening band, a woman comes down, gripping, by the way, okay, so there's a handrail, but it's on the opposite side of where your seats are, right? So every person has to let go of the handrail to go over to the seats. But it's like one step. It's not like it's a long, wide bridge. But you would have thought they were on Everest and had to like go over a crevasse, you know, with no ropes.
Okay.
Because they would like let go of that handrail and then almost like fling themselves to their seats. You know, just like with like utter terror.
Really?
So this woman comes down and she's in our row. It's me, Hillary, empty seat. That's her seat.
Okay.
She stands there. She's got an attendant with her who's shown her where her seat
This
is.
woman is how oldish?
64, let's
Oh, so
say.
not that
old. You know, she's got a lot of scarves, a lot of
Okay.
caftans. It's a lot of white. It's almost all white people.
Of course.
I think I saw I looked. I was like, I spot a black person. Like there was
Right.
like maybe some Asians, but it was very white, very Orange County blonde, pale crowd.
Okay.
I mean, her face was white as a ghost. She was like almost invisible. She goes, I'm not going to make it.
What?
I'm not going to make it.
What? About getting to her seat?
Yeah. Books it back up
Wait, what?
and never came back.
Because she can't
Yeah.
let go of the...
Yeah. She couldn't let go.
Was it moving?
No.
Were you in a 360 restaurant? It was
You would have
spinning?
thought. And honestly, it was less scary and treacherous than the Forum. It was like...
The Forum was treacherous, so
Yes.
that's what I'm picturing.
Yes.
It was less than that.
Yes, it was like, honestly, I mean, it's like, it's like really mild. You're like a high school gymnasium.
I don't
It was-
understand.
I
what-
know. It was, and it's
But then,
fully,
but then goes higher?
there were,
She left and she went higher?
There was like, there's like 10. There's like maybe 12. There's like, we're in the middle. So there's like 6 down from us and 6 above us. So she had to come down 6 and then walk over 3.
Okay.
Not a big deal, right? Okay. So
Are you guys laughing or you're just like in shock?
I'm in trying not to laugh
Right.
my ass off,
Right.
but like I'm being kind of polite.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, I don't want to make too like we
Yeah.
would have been dying. I was
Yeah.
trying to be kind of respectful.
Right.
Okay. So at this point, I'm just like, everybody should be in hokas. Like they shouldn't even be. They shouldn't
You
even
should just issue them at the front
they
door.
should issue them. They should be like, all right, you can't, if you're over 65, you can't sit up here. You got to pass a bone density test. Like, we're not even letting people here. Then I see a guy come down with a cane. And I'm just like, now I'm like, he's going to die because he has to
Right.
go all the way to the front. And the front is like, there's a guardrail, but it's like, he
Right.
could just flop over. So I'm like, luckily the people in the front row like helped him. Show starts, nobody dies, luckily. However, the people in our row are all boozing it up, meaning
Okay.
they probably have like one cocktail. But then they have to, they're all old, so they have to get up every 15 minutes and go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And they're just like, sorry, like passing
Oh, my
us.
God.
So we're standing up every 15 minutes, sitting down, standing up every 15 minutes, sitting down. That's fine, whatever. Have your fun. I really wish they would have all worn more practical footwear. But I think we're through the most dangerous stuff.
Okay.
Like nothing's going to happen. Everybody's watching Bonnie. She's incredible. Her voice is better live than
Really?
Yeah, it's so stunning. You kind of can't believe how
Wow.
good her voice sounds, better than even recorded. So we're watching her sing. She's giving people something to talk about.
Yes, she is.
And suddenly we feel something on the backs of our heads
no.
that it shouldn't be there, right?
Oh no.
Oh, no.
And we turn and there are legs.
What?
There are legs on our head because a woman has fallen
Again? How did this
From-
happen twice? Okay.
and she's landed on the people behind us. And her legs are akimbo on our heads because she's fallen like above them. So 3 seats.
She fell from the steps or she fell from her seat?
From her seat, like 3 above us. She's done a flip in the air.
Come on.
She had to. She like fell forward.
Okay.
Somehow did like a somersault in the air, landed on the 3 people behind us, and her legs are all akimbo on us.
No.
And
on your head.
Yeah, on our heads. So we're like turned behind us going, what the fuck?
Is she wearing pants at least?
She's wearing pants. She's, in her defense, she's like the size of Joan Didion. So she's not going to
I don't know what that means.
Joan Didion?
I know who Joan. I don't know what she looks like. Is she tiny?
She's smaller than you, if that's possible.
Okay.
She weighs probably. Well, she's R.I.P. She's dead, but
Right.
This woman's probably, I don't know, somewhere between 70 and 97. Weighs probably 62 pounds.
Okay.
So she's not like.
So somebody sneezed. And
Yes.
It sent her flying.
Yes. Her husband might have sneezed on her. So her face is like a mask of confusion. It almost seems like she doesn't know how she got there.
Wait a second.
Yes.
I just want to paint the picture. She's facing up.
She's facing up and sort of a little bit sideways.
Sideways.
Yeah.
Okay. So her head is in the row 2 behind you. Her torso.
One behind us.
One behind you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like her whole body's kind of in the row above us.
And then legs on you guys. Okay. So
But
she looks confused.
Yeah. And her it's more like her feet are kind of on our heads.
Gotcha.
So most of her body is with the 3 on top of the 3 above us.
Okay.
And her husband is trying to hold onto her arm as if, like, I've still got her. And so the 3 people behind us are, like, trying to kind of help cradle her / lift her. And her husband is like, he's not saying this, but apparently thinks he's going to just lift her back into her seat
By her arms.
by her one arm. Like he's Spider-Man and she's hanging off the side of a building.
I was just going to say, like, a superhero.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm like, no.
There's no need for this.
You're not going to be able to do that. Like, I'm like, what is it with these husbands at concerts? Like the guy with the woman at the Eagles where he's like, I'm going to go get ice. Like, oh, so you're
gonna
going
abandon her.
to just leave and we're all going to handle
Right.
your, wife until they carry her down in the IKEA bag.
Yeah.
So finally, the people basically behind us kind of lift her up and move her out into the aisle. The husband comes out into the aisle and they all get her up to standing and she's able to stand, but she's just like kind of out of it. I don't know if she had a cocktail and then, or if I don't know if she just had to stand up and then she got vertigo because it's so terrifying.
She probably needed a Werther's Original.
Yes,
Sugar was
she
probably
did to,
down.
Yes.
to calm her down.
I hope,
Yeah.
I'm sure that attendant who had the hots for me had a whole pocket full. He looked like the man from the commercial. So
my God.
they take her up, and then the people behind us, the one woman just holding her neck, and they're like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, yeah, I'm okay."
Wait, who was holding her neck?
One of the 3 that she landed on.
Oh, because she's landing on old people too.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
So then finally,
this is a class action lawsuit.
I know they went up to put that woman in a home, and those 3 probably went up to call, the Beard of Justice or some legal
the
team.
Beard of Justice.
Oh, you don't know about Beard of Justice?
No,
You do, right, Karen?
I don't know.
Is this James? What's his face?
Yeah, what's his real name? He has all the billboards everywhere. He was married
Yeah.
to a Real Housewife.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, what's his name?
Is it James?
I think it is James something, but
No, that's you're thinking about Sweet James.
yeah, Sweet
James.
James.
Is that
He's
Sweet James?
he's the Beard of Justice.
But did you make up that name?
Oh no, I wish.
He
Why
calls
does he
himself
get 2?
that?
You
Yeah.
don't need 2 nicknames. You can be Sweet James. You can be the Beard of Justice. Why do you need both?
He likes to nickname himself.
He
a lot.
called himself the Beard. I
Yes,
love
he
it.
calls himself the Beard of
I love
Justice.
it. That's really funny.
So that's who they went to call, I think.
Yes, they must have.
So
Accidente?
or Accidente.
Yeah.
Not the crowd for Accidente.
No.
Anyway, I was so excited to share this with you, Danielle.
It's
because
amazing.
I did not
Twice.
think we were going to top the Eagles.
I mean, this is unbelievable. So she left. The woman who
Yes.
landed on you
Yes.
left.
Well, they left their seats. I don't know if maybe, you could watch the show from the lobby. They had a small TV where you could watch. And
I really wish there was a way to get a photograph of this.
God, I do too.
It sounds amazing.
It was, I wish that I wasn't, it's like, when you ride a roller coaster and then you can get the ride, the photo
Yes.
after. I wish there was a photo of me with that woman's legs on my head because it's a memory. So,
What a story.
it's fascinating.
So good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, I should say this. I did say this I was on Never Not Funny.
Oh, I can't wait to listen.
Thank you, on Friday. But I do feel like I should say this to our audience as well.
Yes.
I have gotten myself off of Below Deck. And
Congratulations.
Thank you. This is the analogy I'd made. You know the trope of like giving a kid who smokes like 100 cigarettes in a row so he gets off of cigarettes?
Yeah.
I watched the reunion of the season I was watching, but it was during COVID, so they were all on Zoom.
Yeah.
It was a 2-part reunion
Yes.
with Andy Cohen as the moderator.
Okay.
So I saw them all sort of like out of context.
Ah. Uh-huh.
And I'm cured.
Oh,
I don't feel like I have to watch it anymore.
You smoked 100.
I smoked
below
100
decks.
Yeah, I smoked 100 below decks, and now I'm watching Unreal. And
Good.
It's good. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good show.
it is good. Yeah,
Well,
it's
congratulations.
depressing, but it's good.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, but I mean, it's interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, very good.
All right.
I love that.
I just felt we should tell.
Oh, I'm happy to hear that. If that's what works for you.
Yeah.
And I do have a segue for that
wow.
because I'm going to open my computer. We're going to cover a serious topic today.
Okay.
And it does have to do with sitting down a lot,
Okay.
which can happen if you watch a lot of Below Deck.
Yes.
I imagine you're not at a standing desk when you're watching it
No.
or on a treadmill.
No.
So I know the show's supposed to be light. It's supposed to be a comedy, but I want to keep our listeners safe. And we do earthquakes and bird flu and bears. You know, bears can open doors now.
Yeah.
Now they just learned this
Well,
technology.
this is the weird thing. I saw this headline in the LA Times, like, bears are opening doors now. And they said, just like Jurassic Park. And I was like, what does this have to do with Jurassic Park? I don't remember bears opening doors in Jurassic Park. It's like the bears are opening doors now.
I think they're saying that the dinosaurs opened doors.
Oh, okay. I
I don't think there were bears in Jurassic Park.
Did you, to completely take over what you were just saying,
Please.
did you see the video of the guy who was in a bear's cave or whatever and the
Yes.
bear showed up?
No.
Yeah, I did.
He got out of the cave with
Didn't
the
I
bear
send
like
it to
right
you?
there. Did you?
Yeah, I
did
sent
you?
it to both of you.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, maybe.
How did I miss it?
I thought I sent it. I sent you something with a bear, but I did see that video.
God, it's terrifying. Ugh.
But he's also videotaping it the whole time.
Why
and
are
I'm
you
like,
going in a bear's cave?
Because
Also,
he's probably a content creator or something.
I think he's Russian and they do, crazy things. over
Oh, okay.
there. But it was.
That's just a day. That's just a Sunday.
I
over
was
there.
waiting for that bear to just rip his face off. And
well, if so,
Yeah.
just
he was
smoked
asking
him.
for it.
Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry. Continue.
No. Anyway, today we're covering something that's sweeping the nation.
Okay.
Dead butt syndrome.
Dead butt syndrome.
That's right. Have you heard of it?
No, it's not about cigarettes.
Well,
Dead butt syndrome.
dead butt syndrome.
I think I got that.
Well, you're going to find out
Okay.
because I'm going to tell you all about it,
Okay.
and you'll know
All right.
if you can take some tests.
All right.
You can give your butt tests.
Okay. Great.
All right. So, if you're scared, you're
I
right
don't
to
have
be.
anything to worry about. I do not have an ass, so I think I'm safe.
Okay, so if you haven't heard of dead butt syndrome, like you haven't, never fear. So we're here to tell you about it, listeners, and Garen and Danielle, who also haven't heard about it. It's a potentially debilitating condition.
Seriously?
Yes, seriously.
Okay.
Jane Conitis, she is a specialist in physical medicine and rehabilitation at the Mayo Clinic, tells us that our gluteus maximus is one of the strongest muscles in the body and biggest shock absorbers. You've probably heard that it's one of the strongest muscles in our body, right?
I haven't, and it certainly isn't in mine. It's probably the weakest, but okay.
If it's not working properly, it can cause a domino of chain issues from hamstring tears and sciatica to shin splints and arthritis in the knees.
Oh, okay.
So, dead butt syndrome, which is also called gluteal amnesia.
I forgot my butt.
Yes. It's what, or your butt can forget you.
My butt did forget me and it left.
Yeah.
It skipped town.
Would you like it to come back to you?
Yes.
This happens when your butt muscles become so weak from you sitting on your ass so much.
Okay.
So it could be from like, I don't know, podcasting or live streaming on Twitch.
Or
Wait a minute.
binging.
Hold on a second.
Wait a
Binging,
second.
binging the
I get more
show.
worried.
Binging the perfect, what's it called? The perfect marriage or the perfect
Couple?
couple?
Perfect couple.
Do you know
Did
I
you finish it?
we finally finished it last night or the night before. I literally got to the last episode and then I was like, I actually don't care who did it.
Yes.
I found. And then I was like, well, let's just finish it because we should finish it.
How about like, spoiler alert, Nicole Kidman and her brother coming out of nowhere,
Yes.
like they're the bad guys from Annie,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Like the Cockney
Yes.
brother and sister from Annie.
Yeah.
That's what I thought as soon as they came out. I'm like, this is some fucking bullshit.
Yes.
This is so out of left field, out of nowhere.
Yeah. Well,
Horrible.
What I thought was hilarious was every single person agreeing to be questioned by the police with no lawyer present.
Absolutely unbelievable.
And then just bringing other people into the questioning where they'd bring a second person in,
Made
a third
no
person
sense.
in.
They just forgot to cast a lawyer.
Yeah, yeah,
It was so ridiculous. And then also, this is the funny thing, is that I realized like 3 episodes to the end, I didn't realize who did it. I don't remember who did it. Who did it?
Should we say because of the?
Oh yeah, no, I remember.
Yeah.
Okay, so like 3 episodes to the end, I was like, well, it's that medicine that the cancer woman is putting away.
You know how you put medicine that just would kill people in just a sliver?
You know how you plan on killing yourself at your daughter's wedding?
Yes, you know.
What the actual fuck?
Yeah.
So anyway, I spent like 3 days trying to. I spent like 3 days going, why would that woman kill her?
Oh, you know what I'm
like
going to do?
I literally thought it was her. I was like, why would she kill her? I don't understand.
She
Why would she
never
kill
approved of their friendship.
Why would she kill
Yeah.
her daughter's best friend?
I'm jealous of her.
I
This'll show
made it up
her.
in my head that
Yeah.
she had an affair with the husband. Like I had a whole thing.
But yeah, you're going to be like, I'm going to take this medicine that could kill people and just keep it in a little zippered floral
Just a
pouch.
cute little pouch.
Yeah. It is kind of a dick move to kill yourself at your daughter's
I mean, they even moved it up for her. They moved the wedding so she,
Yeah.
in between her, you know.
She was really
Can you wait till
disrespectful
you get
to me
home?
when she was a
I'm not
teenager.
going to be at the reception.
I might make it to the cocktail hour, but that's it. Then I am dead as a doornail.
I'm sorry, I'm going to miss the father-daughter dance.
Anyway, it was terrible.
Oh my god. Yeah. Yep. Anyway, dead butt also afflicts people.
Easy street. Sorry.
Guess what?
What?
You don't have to be lazy to get dead butt.
Okay.
You can also.
I don't know if I can hear you say dead body.
I'm going to say it a lot
So
more.
many more times.
Plug your ears, Garen. Okay. It also, according to the Cleveland Clinic, also affects athletes, especially avid runners who skip cross training and strength training can also develop this syndrome. Okay. So here's what can happen when you have the syndrome.
That makes it worse.
The syndrome.
The
Capital T, capital S.
DBS. So what can happen is your gluteal muscles can fail to activate or become slow to activate. So this isn't a scenario like when you think about, you know how if you lay funny, your arm can fall asleep or like your foot and then it feels all tingly and you're like,
Yes, that's what I
"Ugh."
initially thought you were talking about.
So it's not, you're not going to have like pins and needles in your butt. Like you're not going to feel anything actually. The dead butt syndrome is a silent killer.
Oh.
You're more likely to feel the pain when you go for a jog or hike.
Okay.
So it's not like you'll be sitting and be like, my butt really feels weird and asleep, I have to get up. So this very real problem that I didn't make up might be affecting some of us sitting here right now in the studio. It can impact your lower back and knees because those are the areas that pick up the slack that your lazy ass isn't doing.
Lower back and knees. Oh boy.
So-
Okay, this is. Can I just
Yes,
quickly interrupt?
please slowly interrupt.
I have had this back problem for like 6 months now, and I'm now on my second physical therapist, and she keeps changing what I do at home. But she did just start going, oh, okay, we have to work on the butt.
Yeah.
That's what I think is going to be key to it. So this is very interesting timing.
Good. I'm glad it's interesting timing. I feel very connected to this topic as well because of all my hip and
Yeah.
all my hip and back pain that never goes away. Seems to be no matter what I do. Even famous people can be afflicted with DBS, Karen. Tiger Woods has dealt with this issue and has dropped out of multiple tournaments due to his dead ass.
I know he had a problem with his back.
But it was actually because he would be in a tournament and his butt would stop working and then he couldn't.
Wait, it stops working?
Yes.
That's what dead butt syndrome is?
Yeah.
Because you're not working it enough, it stops working.
Well, because the work then goes into the hamstrings and the hips and like it can actually make it so that you can't.
I wonder
Like,
if golfers work out.
He had back surgeries
Yes.
to try to fix this problem, but he would be on the feet, the
Course.
green. I don't
Yeah,
know
green.
anything about golf, and I like to keep it that way. No offense to all golf lovers out there. he would have to just stop because the pain would be so debilitating.
Okay.
But yeah, it had to do with this syndrome. So remember that saying, you have to engage your core.
Of course.
Okay, so guess what? Old news. Now it's firing those glutes. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
I would maintain you also have to engage
You
your
do.
core.
I'm sort of joking. Like, it doesn't
Yes.
mean that doesn't matter anymore. They're both
Actually,
important.
I just heard someone, I don't know what this was on because it's not like I'm watching exercise shows, but I just heard someone say, remember, maybe it was on my at-home videos to do, your butt is part of your core.
I think that makes sense.
So-
yeah.
or
What they're
think of
just
it that
saying
way.
is now you have more things to worry about.
Yes.
So even if you have a strong butt, it doesn't mean your butt will activate when you need it to. It's not automatic like breathing or,
Okay.
I don't know, what are other things that are automatic?
Sneezing.
Cool. Yeah. Not like breathing or sneezing
Okay.
or
Blinking.
blinking or, I don't know, eating. That's not automatic. Okay. Let's learn how to recognize. You better recognize, right? I can say that, right? As a
Nope,
white
I
person.
don't think you should ever do that again.
No, probably not. I did see that on a bumper sticker once, and I just thought it was a great bumper sticker.
It just said,
You better recognize. Yeah.
I like it.
I was like, that's cool. I can't put it on my car because I'm a white lady, but I like it. When the glutes are shut down and how to get them to fire. You want to get them to fire. Okay. What's the cause of our dead butt? Okay. Let's talk about our glutes. So I always think, I don't know how you guys think of your butts, but I always think of mine as like two wobbly pillows of flesh. Just like,
I wish it was.
but
I got no flesh. It's just saggy. It's just become part of my legs.
I've seen your butt, like in pants. I don't know that I've seen it without. We haven't gone to the Wee Spa yet. But I think of your butt as fine and great. Like,
Yeah, it's not great, but it's very flat and
Okay.
wide,
get this.
like a billboard.
Garen, listen to this. 3 muscles. Our butts are 3 muscles.
Okay.
Outside and back of your hips, too. That stabilize the hip, lift the leg, and rotate the thigh. They work in harmony to stabilize our spine. They keep the pelvis and the core stable. So in reality, if our glutes were fully and totally dead, we would not be able to stand.
Yes.
Okay, so everyone, like all of us who can stand, and people who are listening who are able to stand, we should love our butts for that.
Of course.
Even if we don't like the way they look
Sure.
in jeans,
Right.
the fact that they work, they're doing their jobs.
Yeah.
Okay, so we like that about our butts. When you take a step, it's your glutes that should activate first. But people who have repeated 8-hour desk days,
Repeated what?
8-hour desk
Oh,
days, or even if it's like not 8 hours at a desk, but you're spending multiple hours doing desk work,
Yeah.
multiple hours sitting, this can delay those neurons to activate. This cycle also causes those glutes to weaken, which makes logical sense, right? You're
Yeah.
not using glute muscles when you sit.
No.
It tightens your hamstring muscles a lot and your back muscles get tight, okay?
okay.
So you might think to yourself, I have strong glutes because I can do 25 squats,
Yeah.
right? So I must have tight glutes. You know, I have strong. Here's the bad news, possibly. Your quads and lower back might be doing all that work. Oh. You might think I can do all these squats, so that must mean I have strong. But it might
It is your quads. Yeah.
it might be all your quads doing that work when your glutes should be doing that work, right?
Yeah. What about lunges? Lunges are definitely your butt.
Lunges are good for your butt. Exactly. That's some of the work I'm going to be telling you about to do. Okay, so here's where I can tell you if you want to find out if you have some level of butt death and what your level of butt death is. Where are
Yeah.
you?
I'm going to sit Shiva for my butt, but I'm not going to sit because I need to.
You need to
it's a
stand Shiva.
Yeah, I'm going to stand Shiva.
Okay. Here's some tests. This is also coming from Dr. Konitis of the Mayo Clinic. You know I can't do it.
I know.
It's
Mayo.
It's some weird dysfunction I have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Yahoo Mayo.
Well, Yahoo. These Yahoos.
Yeah,
That's,
Yahoo.
But I do say Yahoos,
You
don't
say
I? That's an
Yahoo.
Ohio thing. I'm gonna put a Ohio person on speed dial and ask them. I would say any of my family who's listening, but we know
That's zero.
we know that's zero.
0.0.
First test. Okay, stand on one leg, letting the other dangle. Your glute on the dangling side will feel soft.
Yeah.
Now put weight on that leg and squeeze the cheek hard. You should feel a subtle firming of the muscle.
Yeah.
If your glute is weak, you may need to squeeze a few times before you feel it fire, Dr. Konitis said. Okay, simple test you can do
Yeah.
and just go, how strong is my glute?
Okay.
Okay, here's another one. This is called, you'll probably recognize this if you're a person who does any kind of exercise, or this is a very common yoga pose. This is called a glute bridge.
Okay.
Lie on your back, feet flat on the floor, and lift your hips into the air. No, your arms are just by your sides.
No, I was. They're by your sides.
just-
it's not
It's not a full bridge.
It's not a back bend.
Yeah, you're not
It's
going into
got
like
it.
a full wheel. You're just arms at your sides.
Gotcha.
Shoulders on the ground. When your hips are off the ground, consciously engage your cheeks.
Yeah.
Do 5 to 10 reps. You should feel your glutes burn a little. If you don't, but feel extreme strain in your hamstrings, those are the muscles in your legs just below your butt. That's a sign your glutes aren't activated. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's a test you can do as well.
This is so timely.
It's so
For
timely.
me.
I dedicate this to you, Danielle.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Garen, not to you. What if you've done one or both of these tests and come to the horrifying realization that your butt is in some stage of decay or death? Uh-huh. Well, we didn't name the show How to Survive to leave you with a dead butt, did we?
No, we didn't.
It's not called How to Die, How to Have Butt Death. That's not the name of our show. That would be a dumb name for a show.
I don't know. It's a dumb name. It's a spinoff.
It is. We could do a spinoff.
Yeah.
No one says we can't. So let's see. How do we bring our butt back from the dead? You're sitting at your desk for work, or you're going to be sitting in a chair for a few hours for some other reason. Maybe you're on a long flight. I don't know what your life is. Hope you're going somewhere cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Set an alarm and stand up every 30 to 15 minutes and gently tap your butt cheeks with your fingertips. That's
Okay.
what Dr. Konitis says.
Okay.
That little bit of stimulation reminds the brain that those muscles are there.
Okay.
Okay, so and can tell your coworkers that you're ready to be reported to HR.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, this is even something better you can do, right? March in place, do some hip circles or squats, right? And make sure you tighten your butt cheeks at every rep.
You really have to think about it. Like you have to be so conscious. It's not. You're right.
For your butt cheeks,
yes,
to tighten them.
I mean, even your core. But
Yes.
like, I'm at the point where like I engage my core. I'm not really thinking about it. But yes, absolutely. You have to like consciously go, okay, now I'm going to
Yes.
activate my butt.
You have to connect your
Yes.
brain, and that's part of that. Them talking about the neurons firing, right? Because it's like Kegels, where you have to be like, I'm thinking about it, and now it's going to happen.
Yeah. I can't really do them very well. I try. I'm trying right now. It's really hard for me to do. I can't do it.
I think some people it's easier than others. I can do it very well, but guess what? Still pee my pants like if I laugh too hard.
Yeah,
So
same.
I don't know how good it is. Karen.
You don't understand being a woman. Like, it's just a whole,
Yeah.
it's a whole situation.
Once those babies come out,
Oh
that's
my
a whole
God.
mess down
Don't
there.
ever sneeze.
Don't poop too hard, or then you've got a whole hemorrhoid dealing.
Oh, I didn't have to deal with that.
Yeah, like I gave birth to 2 hamsters.
That's true.
Like, why do I have
Right.
that problem? The New York Times lists a lot of other fun-sounding exercises you can do that sound like sex poses.
Great.
The clamshell,
Oh, we do that in class.
hip thrusts,
We do that. Well, we don't call it
split
that.
squats. Okay, I'm going to gift the link in our newsletter.
Split squats is where you step out into the squat, or
I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
There's one they show that looks like you use a chair, but it's very simple.
Oh, okay.
So, these are fun.
I'm going to look at all this stuff.
And the Cleveland Clinic also suggests deep tissue massage. And
What?
Yeah.
What? How would that help?
Oh, it helps me with my hips.
But it doesn't help your butt grow stronger.
No, but if you're having
relieves the
if you're having
pain.
pain,
Oh,
and if
okay,
your
okay.
muscles, like especially your hamstrings and your hips, are really tight,
Yeah.
that'll help
Okay.
loosen some of that.
All right.
Okay, so the Cleveland Clinic suggests also these 3 exercises: side lying leg lifts,
Yeah.
also the clamshell, and seahorse pose.
That I don't know.
They showed it in a chair. It looks pretty simple. It's kind of like you sit sideways and then your one leg hangs down and you lean back, and it looks like it sort of stretches your
Okay.
inner thigh area.
All right.
All right. I'll link all of that. And Dr. Bang from the Cleveland Clinic,
Dr. Bang.
Dr. Bang, recommends sitting for 40 minutes and standing for 20. So if you're
Okay.
that's your work day, right?
Yeah.
Even better, get a standing desk. If you can get your
I have never tried that. Have you guys ever tried a standing desk?
I haven't, because I haven't been in a workplace for so long that wasn't even happening yet
Right.
much, but a lot of
Yeah.
places will pay for it. If
And what about the what's that called?
seated treadmill?
No, standing treadmill desk.
Oh, yeah.
I see people do that. I don't think
I don't think I could do it.
I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could concentrate.
Yeah. I think if I was doing like data entry or something, I could do that.
Yeah,
But I think,
but reading, I don't.
yeah, like,
I just remember trying to read at the gym.
Yeah.
And I couldn't ever do it.
yeah, I just try to break up my day. Like if I'm at home and I'm working on a writing project, I'll get up a lot and
Yeah.
I'll have my yoga mat out. I'll get up, do a lot of
Oh, that's
stretching,
good.
get back at my desk and just break it up.
I go to the refrigerator and get some chocolate and come back.
Nice.
That's
a good one too.
yeah.
Another option is get one of those therapy balls and sit
Yes.
on one of those instead of a traditional chair.
Oh,
'Cause
I have
then
one of those.
Those are really good to sit on.
I'm going to try that tonight.
I love
When
that.
we're watching Jeopardy, I'm going to sit on the ball.
I love that you have Jeopardy. I wonder if I have Jeopardy on. I'm going to check. Okay. Don't assume just because you walk or run on the regular, your glutes are strong. You've got to add in exercises like squats and lunges a few times a week, okay? If you are working your glutes regularly, but your butt never feels tired and you are experiencing pain while doing your sports, see a sports medicine doctor or physical therapist. That's what Dr. Kanitis says. Okay? That's,
His name sounds like a disease.
I think it's a woman, but yes, it
Sorry,
does.
her name.
It sounds like an STI.
Yeah, conitis.
You didn't wear a condom and now I have conitis.
Yeah, fucker gave me conitis.
Yeah, well, everyone has it.
Yeah, I know. I have a flare up. I have a conitis flare up right now.
I just hope I don't end up with cervical cancer.
Took a turn.
Do you guys want to hear a story?
Yes.
Anyone have any more questions about dead butt syndrome? Dead butt syndrome?
So they,
I said it twice for you guys.
I noticed.
Basically, if you work up your butt muscles, you solve the problem. Is that the idea?
I think that's the idea.
Okay, great.
I'm gonna work on mine because I'm
doing
hoping.
it as I'm sitting here talking to you this whole time.
Oh, I've just been doing Kegels the whole time. I don't know how to work on my butt while sitting, but I love that you're doing it.
I'm just squeezing.
Squeeze it up. I'm gonna get my butt so juicy. It's gonna be amazing. Oh, I just closed the document that has the story. Hold on.
Every week.
Every week. Every week
Every
we
week there's
deal
something
with
with
this.
that computer.
I know. It is in fact time for me to get a new computer. Okay. A woman has shared her dramatic recovery process after her butt was chopped off in a boat accident. Yeah, that's right. Kenzie
So her
Hunt.
butt was murdered, is what we're.
Yeah.
Yes. Kenzie Hunt, 20, is sharing her recovery process on TikTok after she was injured by a boat propeller in an accident. Ms. Hunt explained that the accident, which left her unable to sit properly for 3 months, happened when she and her sister were on a trip in South Carolina with friends in August. She said the group decided to go tubing one day with one of her friend's boyfriend's friends,
Oh, that's always. His probably name is Chad or
who
something.
they didn't know. Yeah, her friend's boyfriend's friends. Like if you're with your friend's boyfriend and he says, "My friend," they don't know him.
Yeah.
Right? His name's Chad or Dirk.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? My friend Dirk, he's
Yeah.
got a boat. He's going to take us tubing. I don't know him that
River
well.
people.
Yeah, exactly. In South Carolina, river people. You want to go tubing with my friend Dirk? I don't really
Got his
know
own
him,
tube.
but he's got tubes and he's got a boat.
He's got his own
Got
tube.
his own tube.
We got to steal a
tricked-
boat, but he's got a tube.
He tricked it out.
Yeah. Oh, you should see it. It's really tricked out.
It's got great rims.
We know boating.
I know nothing about.
Okay. When one of the girls fell off her tube, one of the men driving the boat went to pick her up. He made a really sharp U-turn and the rope was really slacked and he just came, hit me head on, and I was still laying on the tube head first, she said. The 20-year-old said she was sucked under the boat before she was hit by the propeller and whipped by the rope when she came up from the water.
What?
Then she shows a picture. I think she drew this. Do you guys want to see it? Of
Yes.
her in the hospital. This is incredible. Of her injury
Wait a second.
on a
Hold on.
whiteboard.
So that's her butt. Okay, wait a second.
Yeah.
She's pointing to. It just looks like a bunch of meat.
Yes, it just looks like a bunch of meat and
Broken pelvis.
a broken foot. Okay, so then I'll go down and kind of describe things, but I like that she's like, I'll draw it for you guys. 20-year-olds, they're so industrious on TikTok. You can watch her on TikTok. It got my butt pretty good, so my butt was just kind of open, she said in the TikTok. I felt it, and there was just blood everywhere.
Oh my God.
Garen, this might be the last episode for him.
Yeah.
He's like,
might be
guys,
it.
I can't do this anymore.
It didn't help when Danielle said it just looks like meat.
It does. It looks like hamburger meat.
Miss Hunt said the man in the boat lifted her up and had to put her butt back together. The 20-year-old was taken to hospital. This must have come from an English.
No, didn't you say Caroline? Oh, yeah,
yes,
but the
but
story.
It was
okay.
originally reported to
Yeah.
an English paper probably bought her story. Was taken to hospital after she was left with a gashing injury on her backside, propeller bruises going down her leg, deep cuts and fractures on her foot, and a pelvis fracture. That part, honestly,
yeah,
most
that's the
painful
worst.
because I think we learned early on this show that like breaking your pelvis is the most painful thing that can happen,
Sounds
or one of the
bad.
most. It's like
Yeah.
5 most painful things in
Well,
life.
your ear, as we learned from Trump, that's the
Oh yeah,
worst.
slight ear injury.
Yeah.
Childbirth, pelvis breaking. She said she also needed an ostomy bag for 6 months.
Oh, poor thing.
Baby. Miss Hunter told Insider deep cuts on her body left a section of her butt hanging off.
Oh, God.
My injuries are unique, and with not being able to put any weight on my butt or foot, it makes moving around and relaxing difficult,
Jesus.
she said. She added, I can't wait to just be independent and be able to take care of myself. I can't wait for all the simple things like sitting, driving, walking normal, getting ready, sitting at a restaurant. So many things.
This poor kid.
That's it.
So we don't have an update. This is it.
Let's see. That was September 19th, 2023.
Oh, that was a year ago. Okay.
But you know what I'm going to do right now? Let's see. Her name is Kenzie Hunt. I'm going to go to her TikTok. I bet she's doing great.
She's a butt model now.
Yeah. I was going to say the good news maybe is that you could get like plastic surgery and get like whatever butt you want.
I
True.
hear there's great options in Brazil.
So I hope you've all gotten something out of the
Yeah.
dead butt syndrome
Yeah.
and will
be
come
more-
away feeling empowered.
My butt's going to be empowered. I'll tell you that much.
I'm telling you, we're going to have incredible butts
yeah.
in probably just a few weeks.
I think so.
It happens that fast.
It does. And we will be back right after this. Chris,
Hey.
hi. How was your break?
It was magic.
Was it?
Yeah.
Should I share with the audience what I shared with you before during the break?
I don't see why you wouldn't.
So I got the COVID booster, which I recommend everybody does. And I don't know if this happens to anyone else, but when I get the COVID booster, whatever is hurting on my body is amplified.
Sure,
it's
that
like
makes
putting
sense.
salt in something. It amplifies the taste, right?
But this is not in a good way.
But not in a good way.
Like salt tends to be.
Salt's the best thing in
Positive.
the world.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the worst thing in the world. So my back's been hurting, so my back really hurt. And I had my period, so my vagina hurt.
Oh no!
During-
it wasn't like cramps.
No.
it was like your actual.
My actual vagina hurt.
Did it puff up like a croissant?
No, but that's happened once.
Yes.
But no. Like those new croissant things at Starbucks.
Yes,
Like that.
I haven't had those. Are they? Good?
I haven't had it either, but it looks good. It's like a little croissant muffin. Have you had it?
No.
He will never have one now.
Oh, that's right. You don't eat. Yeah, he doesn't eat
he,
croissants.
he doesn't partake in croissant.
He doesn't partake in croissants. Well, on the first half of, you never have, right? You've never been with a woman.
I have not been with a assigned female at birth.
Okay,
Got it.
you've
Got
not
it.
been with a cis woman.
Cis woman is
Oh,
probably
okay.
the best way to say it.
All
yes.
right, gotcha.
Yes. But I've been with a trans man, so I'm not unfamiliar with the region.
Oh.
Trans man. That means they
Assigned
were
female at birth.
assigned
Yes.
female at birth.
Wait, so yeah. I don't know these
Okay.
terms. I'm an old man, apparently.
So did the
I've been with the vagina before.
You've been with a vagina. Okay, that's all I was asking. Okay, good to know. Well, visit your local Starbucks.
That was actually a Starbucks
That was,
sponsorship.
yeah, we're getting paid now.
I think we did the
Nailed it.
copy just how they
think that's
wanted
exactly
us to
what they
do
wanted.
it. They were like, make sure you mention vagina, Darren's
Trans.
sex life.
Bozo, he doesn't know anything about the
Trans.
community he's a part of.
All right, on the first half of the show, we learned how to survive a dead butt. And now we're going to learn how to survive a blind date with show favorite Alex Alexander. Ask her. She was the one who said that was
You
a
know
good
what?
fit.
I'm going to roll with it. That's what I've decided in this moment, that I'm not going to question it. I'm going to roll with
Thank
it.
you.
Thank
we just
you.
thought,
I do
thought
not-
it sounded nice.
I do not die in this story.
Good. Anyway, Alex is here to promote. Okay, so she wrote this really funny book that I think you talked about last time you were here, called The Point at Which I Stopped Reading the Online Dating Profile.
Correct.
Which are real exchanges you've had with men online.
That's amazing.
It's a variety of
Yes.
things. Yeah. So it's the actual line at which I stopped reading, and then my comment on that.
Oh my
So I do
God.
chapters with that. Every chapter is like a page.
Yeah.
And then there's exchanges that I've had with men online, exchanges I've had with men on dates,
Right.
conversations I've had with people about dating, a couple of essays, introductions.
It's very funny.
It sounds, I mean, just as a person who has seen Alexander perform
What?
and have
go on.
laughed so hard because
Yes.
you're such an incredible storyteller and performer, I'm sure this book
Well,
is
that leads to
incredible.
this,
Yeah.
which is that she made an audiobook of it.
Finally.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, because part of the reason I don't ever try to publish or get published anywhere is because my humor. When you're reading something
Yes.
I've written, you're reading it with your sense of humor
Yeah.
as opposed to getting my sense of humor off the page. So I did an audiobook of this, which is much funnier. In fact, I was telling Danielle that as we were uploading it, Maddie and I were uploading it, we kept having to listen to the beginnings and endings to make sure we didn't burp or,
Right.
have
Yes, you
a
want it to
cat in
sound
the
good.
background or
Yeah.
something. And we laughed. It was so funny because Danielle and Alex Stein and Maddie Taylor all helped doing.
We all do voices on it, so it's really
I
fun.
love that.
And you can get it on Amazon. Hopefully by the time this comes out,
Right.
you will be able to get it on Amazon.
Right.
The audiobook.
Audiobook. Yes.
Yes.
It probably will be out around the 28th, but you never know.
You don't know.
They don't promise anything. They tell you they're going to.
Yes.
They can ship you a drone or something, or just like
Here,
I need
now.
I need 25 boxes of Mike and Ike's.
Yes.
Right.
You can get tomorrow morning, but this
Well, they got to check the quality, Danielle.
okay. Are they?
It may not be up to their standards.
Is that true?
Yes,
Really?
that's true.
Up into their auditory standards? Like
No,
how it
I've
sounds?
passed that. I passed that part. Quality standards. Yeah. So
Oh.
I don't know what that means. What it generally means is, do you have enough time before each chapter and after each chapter?
Oh,
And
okay.
Did you say the end? And did you say chapter this? And there are certain
Huh.
things that they sort
Okay,
of require.
okay.
Or at least they
Interesting.
did for this book anyway.
Well, you can also get the actual book from Amazon, which sort of brings us to why you're here, because it's also about dating. Your
Right.
story today.
My story is about my first and last blind date.
Okay.
Dead but blind date.
Dead but blind date, right.
Exactly.
Thank you for bringing it back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stick to theme.
And it was in Tennessee, which I think is important.
Okay.
Because dating in Tennessee in your 20s is very different than dating in Los Angeles in your late 40s, early 50s. I'm not dating now. So here's what happened, you guys.
Okay.
I was a chubby child. I know it's hard to believe looking at me, but I was a chubby child my whole life. And so I believed that everything negative that happened to me was because I was a chubby person. Right. People didn't like me because I was chubby, or a teacher didn't like me because I was chubby, or I didn't make a good grade because I was chubby, not because I fucked around and went to work or anything.
Had a sass mouth.
So I never got asked out on dates in high school. And then I go to college, junior college, still not getting asked out on dates. And I said to my friend, Pam, I was like, how come y'all don't ever fix me up? Because we fixed up other people all the time.
Yeah.
And
okay.
she looked like she was about to cry. And she said, well, we all thought you were okay in that department.
Oh.
Which I thought, I just chose to be offended by that. Because I thought what it meant was, you're heavy and you don't want to go out with people. And what she meant was, we all thought you were a lesbian.
Oh, I didn't pick either of those. I thought she meant we thought you were getting laid.
Oh, yeah, no.
But you were
Oh.
just finding it.
Not
And
that.
why?
Why did they think you were lesbian?
You were
Well,
lesbian.
I have a bit of a hard edge. I don't know if you've noticed.
I know, but it just never would occur to me. But okay.
Yeah, no, I was chubby, had a little hard edge, and never went out on dates. So
Okay.
They may have
that's
thought
fair.
I was
My dad-
dating women behind their backs or something, but
My dad thought I was gay too. So
I think
that
if,
right?
well, if you're a woman who's funny and confident and says what you think,
Yes.
I think there's a lot of like,
and I was 2 out of those 3
Yeah.
for sure.
I think maybe all of them.
I think so.
I did not feel very confident back in the
You
day.
give off very confident.
That may be
vibes.
true. Yeah,
Yeah.
that may be true. So finally, I had this friend, and math class in junior college. I can't remember if her name was. In my essay, I always say her name was Tammy or Hortense, one of those. I don't know. And
It's easy how you
One or
could get
the
mixed
other.
up on those.
Yeah. And she had a big old, handsome, rugged, flannel-wearing boyfriend, and his name was Greg or Homer. I don't know which one it was. And they said, we'll fix you up. We got 2 extra tickets to the Alabama concert. Do you like concerts?
Yeah, you do.
And I was like, yeah, even though I'd only ever been to one concert, which was Rick Springfield's
oh my God.
Working Class Dog Tour.
Nice for you.
Pretty sure he was singing directly to me.
He
course
was.
he was.
You guys.
Yes.
I mean, I did have a shirt with a ruffle at the neck, so pretty sure.
I'm feeling plaid with like one strand of glitter
yes.
in that ruffle top.
It was a black and white plaid color.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I gotta
No glitter.
change my whole perception.
Yeah.
You had him at his best.
You were close, though.
yeah.
Super close. So she said, yeah, you can go out with Greg's buddy, and his name was, I don't know, Fred or Peckerwood, something like that.
These Tennessee names.
I know. They're like
And so,
It's a whole different country.
they're wild.
so they,
I feel like that was maybe his last name. Fred
yeah,
Peckerwood.
exactly, Fred
Peckerwood
Peckerwood.
Buford.
So I was like, I have to get a new outfit.
Yes.
It's got to be pink because everybody knows that lesbians don't wear pink.
No, they
Oh,
don't.
gotcha.
Yeah.
So at this point, you did know that that's what she meant. That you did figure out that she meant she thought you were gay.
That Pam knew.
Yes.
Yes, Pam thought I was gay.
Okay.
Because we ran around with a lot of gay boys. They were very, very like Lee Liberace, but gayer.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean?
Oh.
Holy moly.
They were my besties.
Those Tennessee Southern gays are
Yes.
very, very, yes.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
So I get this cute pink top and these new jeans and some, I don't know, probably those plastic sandals. What were they called?
Jellies?
Jellies, probably some
Yes.
jellies. And I was going to an Alabama concert, but I knew I wasn't a fan of the music, but I knew that concerts I heard were really fun.
Yes.
Sure.
So
And were you so excited?
I was very excited because I kept thinking, Greg's tall and rugged and good looking, so surely his friend's going to be similar.
Yeah.
Going to resemble that in some way.
Did you look like your friends?
And Tammy was very tall and buxom and pretty and long curly hair and everything. And still, I was like, we're girls though, we're different. So they picked me up in the Camaro and 67, and we drove to Peckerwood's house, and we went down into the basement / romper room
Yes.
Okay.
where the games and
Okay.
TV is and whatever. And my hopes were dashed.
Oh.
He was a little taller than me.
Okay.
Maybe Jimmy's height, maybe an inch taller
okay.
or something like not
So
tall.
short.
Big old Freddie Mercury
No.
Village People mustache. Yeah.
No.
But he had that because he had what we call a jimber jowl,
What's that?
which means his bottom jaw came out farther than his upper jaw. Right?
Oh,
So that
no.
mustache helped
Underbite.
underbite. He had it. But we call it a jimmer jaw in the South. Don't get me
Never heard
started.
of it. Okay.
He also, his chest was concave.
Oh boy.
She was very thin, and of course I'm chubby. He's very thin and sits like this and stands like that, and so I was like, "Excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom." So I go
See
to
if
the
there's a
bathroom.
window you can sneak out of.
Someone stole
It's
my
in the
Camaro.
basement. There's no window. It's in the basement. But I break out into a sweat because I'm like, "Oh God." And then I chide myself in the mirror because I'm like, you have complained about this your whole life, that people judge you because you're
Right.
chubby and they don't want to go out with you. Go out with him. He's probably a nice guy.
Yeah.
Go out with him.
Yeah.
He, on the other hand, was visibly pleased,
Oh, okay.
which I chose to be offended by because
Because you choose that for everything.
I was like, oh, you think because I'm chubby, I'll just be happy to go out with any old fucking jimber jaw in the Tri-Cities area. But we got in the car, and it did turn out he was not all that great a guy because I was in junior college
Right.
in Tennessee that I was
Yes.
paying for by waiting tables at the Waffle House. So let's be very clear. It was the Huddle House, but it was like a Waffle House. He kept talking about how only rich kids go to college and
Oh,
they're
my
all
God.
socialists and they're
Oh,
stuck
my
up and
God.
everything. So I was like, okay, the cover of this book It's not one I want on my bookshelf.
Yes.
I don't want to own this.
So he's also sort of like working class resentment against people who want education.
The J.D. Vance.
He's the J.D. Vance.
Right.
J.D. Vance, and also I'm sure he had a whole lot of other resentments being, concave chest and whatnot.
Yes. Also,
But I did not have that, self-awareness to be compassionate about that.
are you also a little bit mad at your friends going, is this what you
Yes,
think?
exactly.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
you should be fixing me. Like, you don't think I can do a little better than this?
Oh,
like,
yeah. Or
this is-
deserve a little. Or,
yeah, this is the guy you
This
want
is
to...
your friend that you want to fix it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, I was like, okay. And I looked very cute.
I'm sure you
sure.
did.
I must admit. So we go to the concert and we lay out a blanket at least, I don't know, a country mile away from the stage.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Which I kept referring to as the grassy knoll. And then...
Which no one got.
Because they're not college learners.
Yeah.
And they aren't Democrats either. But
Oh, yay.
Or they really got it.
One or the other. This girl came over to me that I went to high school with, and she had a scowl on her face and was literally looking from him, then back to me, and to him, and back to me, like, what are you doing?
Oh.
And then she went, we're going to go down close to the stage. You want to come? And I was like, yes, I do. So I left him.
Good for you.
And I went down to the stage and I spent the whole concert down there and then came back at the end and found them. They hadn't moved. They'd waited for me. But now Peckerwood was drunk.
Oh.
Just full of drunken bravado. So we had to walk through these masses of people to get back to our car. And as you know, I get lost
Eat very easily.
very, very easily. So we were all holding hands like Boy Scouts.
Oh.
And he took this holding hand business as a come on, I'm assuming,
Oh, boy.
because we get in the car
Oh, no.
and it's like 90 seconds of how great was the concert and you look so pretty. And then he was lunging on me, tongue waving,
Oh, no.
just like trying to kiss me. And I was like, no, aware.
Yeah.
We haven't spent enough time to
Right.
Did you not notice that immediately I abandoned you and
Yeah.
never came back? Was that... You didn't take
The
that as a
hand
sign?
holding thing
Yeah.
to the car just
Yeah. He was like,
canceled all of that out.
I guess we're dating.
You left him to get closer to Alabama.
Yeah.
That whom I had already made clear I was not. I didn't say I wasn't a fan. I just said I'm not familiar with their music.
I will never, it never ceased to amaze me how clueless people can be about, like, read the room
Yes.
about signs you're giving off that are not that subtle. Like, it just shocks me.
Well, it gets worse.
Okay.
Oh, God.
And so your friend and her boyfriend are in the front seat and you guys are in the back seat. Is that right?
And,
Okay.
and we had started drinking in the car. Typical Southern.
Gotcha.
Drinking beer in the car on the way there.
Different time.
So he's driving. He's a little buzzed too, but they just think it's hilarious that he's trying to.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, oh, this will be over soon. But Greg did not want the night to be over soon, so we went to McDonald's where his friend worked. And I don't know if McDonald's is 24 hours now, but it wasn't then.
Uh-huh.
And they were throwing out all of their stale burgers and
Yes.
fish fillet sandwiches. And since his buddy worked there, we could get all the burgers and fish fillet sandwiches that we wanted for free.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh my God.
Now, listen, generally speaking, my chubby self would enjoy free food. And all you can eat free stale burgers.
Yeah.
But I just sat on the hood and sort of ate primly and was just bitter and cold. And, just waiting for the nightmare to end. So then we get back in the car and the behavior sort of resumes. So I just sort of turned my body into the corner of the car with my face in the corner. And he's just kissing my neck and rubbing his face on my back.
Jeez, it's like you're trying to get a dog to stop jumping on you.
And then he gets really quiet. And I was like, oh, no. And he goes, open the window. And
oh, God.
she rolls down her window just in time. And it was manual.
Okay. And there's only one window. There's not a window
No,
in the
because
back.
the backs of those flippy
Yes,
outy
yeah.
triangle kind.
Oh,
Yes.
no.
So he pushes the seat up, also only one door, pushes the seat up, leans out, vomits all down the side of Greg's prized possession
Oh my God.
and down I-40 East, and comes back in and tries again to kiss me.
Oh, my God.
No. And then does this repeatedly at least 3
With
times.
barf face?
It was just puke, wipe, paw, puke.
Oh my God.
Oh my
paw,
God.
repeat.
Oh my God.
And I was like, is this, what have I done? I'm clearly being punished for
Yeah.
something. So that goes on until we get to his house. And Tammy and Greg are like, you should walk him to the door. Give him a good night kiss. Come on now.
The fuck?
Oh
Why
my God,
Why do they not have
what?
your back?
I don't know if it's because they just thought it was funny or because they were drunk and thought it was funny. But they were literally saying he really needed some help walking to the front door, but it was not going to be me. And I was like, what's happening? What's happening? So here's what I did. I listened for a minute. I kept going, no, it's okay, no. And then I went, I'm a lesbian.
Great.
Good.
Great.
That would
Because
make
all
you a
this
lesbian.
time, I literally was like, if I don't have a date and I don't make out with somebody, my vagina is going to fall out. It's
Right.
going to like shrivel up. I'm going to pass it like a kidney stone. I'm not going to have a fucking vagina. I kept calling it rapidly shriveling vagina syndrome. And I, on the way back, was like, am I going to have to make out with this puke mouth in order to save my vagina and my
Right.
reputation? And I was like, no, I think I'd rather just be known as a lesbian. So I did not ask for anyone to fix me up after that.
Amazing.
Nor did I go out on dates after that people did want to fix me up on, which I may have regretted or not. But I
Right.
was like, it's indelible. I had to throw the shirt out. I was like, even if I get the stank
you're
out
a
of it,
lesbian now.
the
You can't
stank
wear
of
pink.
exactly.
Yeah.
Good
Get rid of the
point.
pink.
Plus, the stank of the night was not ever going to be washed
my
out.
God.
The memory. Every time
Yeah.
you put that shirt on, you would just remember.
And you know, my parents were not about waste. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I just like put it in the bottom of a drawer and pretended like I'd lost it until I could move out and get rid of it. Yeah, I was like, I'm never wearing that again. It had a bad effect, or it had a great effect on the wrong person. Yeah, it was like, I literally, because I'd been drinking too, and I had a couple of minutes of thinking I was dreaming.
Yeah.
A
Nightmare.
I was like, this can't be happening. First of all, nobody wants to kiss me, and secondly, not this much. And also, who thinks, even if you're drunk,
That this is okay behavior.
Yes.
that you can
Yeah.
kiss me after vomiting 3
No,
times?
that is unbelievable.
Or my friends thought I would want to walk into the door. And,
I had a guy who got mad I'd already seen Annie Hall.
In 1990 something.
Yeah.
He's mad that
He
you
was
are-
like, I'm going to take you to a really great movie. And I was like, awesome. And we went to the ArcLight. And I was like, oh, I love Annie Hall. And he was like, oh, you've already seen it? And I was like, yeah. He goes,
I mean,
well,
it's 40 years old.
not with me. And it was like, he had an attitude.
Did he think that was an obscure movie? That
At that time, it was 25 years old, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, what the fuck? Like, okay.
Everybody,
It's called-
everybody who went to college has seen Annie Hall.
It's called The Godfather. Now, just wait a second.
Yeah.
You probably never heard of it.
fucking dick.
Citizen Kane.
Yeah, right. That's hysterical.
Yeah, I mean, so many insane. I had a guy who showed up and didn't tell me he had a gold tooth. It was his front fucking tooth. I think you got to tell me that you
Yeah.
can't surprise somebody with a
I
gold
have,
tooth.
I have so many comments in the book about, like, one of the questions on their profile would be, what do people notice about you? And he would say, my eyes. And then in every photo, he's wearing sunglasses.
Alex, thank you so much.
That was great.
For being here.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
really great again. And the thing is, I've known you for, we're not even going to say how many years. I don't think I've heard that story.
Oh my God.
So that's amazing to me.
I love that.
I love it. And don't forget to check out Alex's book. And we will be back right after this with What Did We Learn Today?
Everything.
So much. Christine.
Danielle, would you like to learn some things that we learned today?
I would love to do that.
Couldn't have come off better. The dense beard of justice is the nickname of Sweet James Bergener, a personal injury lawyer, attorney, and founding partner of the Sweet James law firm.
Love it.
Los Angeles sportscaster Petros Papadakis gave Bergener the nickname because he didn't fit the stereotype of personal injury attorneys and was sweet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. A split squat, also known as Bulgarian split squat,
Yes.
is an intermediate level exercise that mainly targets the muscles of the lower body. The split squat exercise is just as the name suggests. You perform a squat with your legs split apart.
But that's what all. Oh, well, that's a lunge, no? Okay.
I'd
All
have
right.
to see it.
Okay.
We have some members to our Patreon highest level,
Yes.
and I want to thank them. I want to say their names. That's what that song is about. And I hope I haven't read their names already.
Jesus
I
Christ.
I checked.
Okay.
And I don't think I have. So I'm going to read some names, and we're going to give them love. Brittany, your last name is a wonder. Ciprianowski. Brittany
Okay.
Ciprianowski. Thank you, Brittany.
Thanks, Brett.
I think I got your name. Jeff Bowman.
Okay.
Thank you for that name.
Yeah, because it was easy to pronounce.
Yep.
You
Thanks,
needed a
Jeff.
break
You're our
after the last
favorite.
one.
David Cummings.
Oh, David.
Thank you for listening. I like this name, Ricardo V.
Just Ricardo V.
Ricardo
That-
V.
I like it.
Was my name in high school Spanish class?
Oh, Ricardo V.
Just Ricardo.
Oh, okay.
I was playing pickleball the week before this one, and I was introducing myself to someone, and she said her name was Sherry, and I said, I'm Danielle. She said, oh, that was my name in French class. And I said, it wasn't Cherie or Sherry?
Yeah.
She goes, no, they made us choose another name. I'm like, that makes zero sense.
Yes, it does.
I don't think I had to choose a different name in French class.
I did.
But you don't have a French. It was Christine. What did you choose?
I didn't get to choose. We got assigned names.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember. I just thought it was funny that she couldn't be Cherie.
I'm trying to remember if there was like maybe there was like a list that we could choose from.
Ricardo's a good name.
It is. I think you chose well, if you chose.
I think I did choose.
Catherine Schroy.
Shroy?
I think I'm saying it right.
That's a good one.
I like it. All right, let's do a couple more.
Let's
'Cause
do
we're
it.
having such a good time. Adam Ingwell.
Thanks, Adam.
Thanks for joining our party. And Micah Jackman.
Like it.
Probably related to Hugh.
Probably. I don't see
Right?
why not.
Probably gets to go to all the Deadpool screenings.
Oh my God.
Right? Larry Berg Schneider.
Thanks, Larry.
Rasha Kowalewski. I got it.
Rasha.
Nailed it. One more?
Yes.
We up for one more?
Sure.
Finally,
Yeah.
John Ross.
John Ross. Easy.
Yep.
Easy peasy. Pudding pie.
Probably related to John Ross Bowie.
I would think so.
They're brothers.
Yep.
Twins.
Yep. They were named John Ross and John Ross Bowie.
Anyway,
One got one parent, the other one got the other one.
Yeah.
exactly. It's the parent trap.
That's exactly what would
If
happen.
you would like your name read
Yes.
and us to say nice things about it, or not nice, sometimes we're assholes.
No.
No, we're nice. Come on. Join our Patreon. What are you waiting for?
Come on, guys.
It's super fun. You get to listen to us talk even longer than we usually do.
Interest
Where would they
rates
find
are
that?
down, so I don't know why you wouldn't.
Yeah, come on. You've paid off your credit cards.
That's right.
I haven't. Anyway, if you want to join our Patreon, go to Patreon, How to Survive. We're there.
Yeah.
You'll see our beautiful faces.
Yeah.
We always have a link in our newsletter. That's another way you can do it.
Absolutely.
We're on Substack, How to Survive. Very easy. It's on the website. We can't make this easier. It's in our
No,
it's in our
it's
Instagram.
the ball's in your court now.
Go to Instagram. It's a link in our link tree just at the top of our page. We would love to have you.
Yeah,
We'll take you any way we can get you.
that's right.
And there's a free trial.
Oh, yeah, that's
so you
great.
can do that and just be like, you know what? Somebody said I just joined to listen to the John Hamm,
Okay,
and then they canceled. But
we did a free trial to watch the remake of Stepford Wives.
yeah,
Yeah,
and that was worth it.
apparently it wasn't because it sounded like it was quite a deal to cancel it afterwards.
Okay, well,
Oliver and I started this morning. We've only watched a little bit of it, but we did start The Penguin this morning.
There's only one
is that the
episode.
Colin Farrell?
I know, but
not-
we've only watched
not
like 20
looking
minutes.
hot.
Not only does he not look hot, he doesn't look like
He does, it's not. You can't tell
Yeah.
it's Colin Farrell.
No thanks.
it's like he's in a whole
wild.
suit. But also, I think they made him taller.
Maybe
They made him heavier. His face is a completely different face.
Tom cruised him.
It's bizarre.
I'm not interested.
Yeah.
But
great.
I'm not a superhero person, and so
It's
I
more
know
crime
you
than
guys are
superhero. It's
Yeah.
superhero.
it's like a crime drama.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'll watch anything Colin Farrell for Colin Farrell, but this is not
Yeah,
my
yeah.
wheelhouse.
You're not going to see him.
He's charming.
Don't care. I'm too shallow,
That's all right.
turns out. So I'll just stick to Slow Horses for now. Mm-hmm. And I don't even know that.
All right.
That's it. All right.
Okay.
We love you guys.
Yes.
And
Until next time.
remain calm.
What the hell?
Sorry, I jumped the gun.
Holy shit. She's going out on her
upset
own.
about
I'm
how
gonna-
Farrell
I'm gonna
not
get a-
being
Oh my God.
attracted
I'm
to
gonna get a
penguins.
terse text from Danielle
Yeah.
later.
I don't really appreciate. Okay.
Remain calm.
That was funny.